Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about favorite concept these days is financial freedom and how to build your financial freedom with an equity portfolio. I've done this in the past, but here is a little more structured way of telling you what to do. So first is what is financial freedom? Financial freedom is being able to live off the passive income. Dividends is passive income. So if your income from dividends is greater than your personal expenses which you need to live on a day-to-day basis, which pays for everything, your rent or your society charges, your electricity bill and food and everything, all costs included. If your dividend income is equal to that or greater than that, then you can be financially free. This is one way. There are of course other ways when some of your other hobbies pay for it, or you do speaking assignments, you're sitting on the board of companies and getting sitting fees, all that put together. But here we are talking only about one person having a requirement of X amount of money. Let us say you require 10 lakhs per year for you and your wife to live, right? That is your total expense on vacations, on everything. It's your total expense is about 10 lakhs. Now, if you have a portfolio which gives you 10 lakhs as dividend, then you are financially free. So how much, let us assume for a minute again that the dividend yield in your portfolio is about 2%, which means you have some shares which are giving you 3%, 4%, even 10% dividend yield, and some which are giving you 0.5, 0.85, 1% kind of dividend yield. On an average, you are confident that you will be able to build a portfolio of X amount which will give you a 2% dividend yield, which means your portfolio should be worth 5 crores at the time you want to be financially free. So whatever is your portfolio currently, whatever is your dividend yield currently, go ahead, build that portfolio of 5 crores, because you need 10 lakhs at retirement, or you need 10 lakhs for yourself and your wife as of now, and you want to quit, you want to check whether you can quit, and you realize that you are at about 4 crores of equity portfolio, which means you will have to build another 1 crore, or you will have to build another 50-60 lakhs, which will add up, and this 4 crores will also go up in value to about 5 crores. When it goes to 5 crores, another experiment to do and another thing to check is to see whether the dividend yields adds up to 2%, or does it add up to just 1.5%, because the prices of shares have gone up. You have done well, you got growth stocks, your portfolio is appreciated, but the dividend yield has fallen. If you are also building a portfolio for future, something like a Zomato or Indigo or things like that, remember that there can be good growth companies which don't give you any dividend yield. That's not the purpose here. We are very clear value investors. We need a 5 crore value portfolio where you get a 10 lakh dividend yield to live. Here again, I'm assuming I'm ignoring taxation. So if you are assuming that you're going to be at 30% tax, I'm ignoring the surcharge. Then you have to make sure that the 30% will go off to tax. So you will have to earn 15 lakhs as dividend, so that about 5 lakhs goes off as tax. So then you will obviously need more, 50% more. So 7.5 crores is what you will need. You will need a portfolio of 7.5 crores where you will get a 2% dividend yield, which is 15 lakhs. Out of that 15 lakhs, 5 lakhs is lost to taxes. So 10 lakhs is what you will have, and 10 lakhs is what you will be able to spend on yourself, because that is the expense which we are targeting. Please also remember that this 7.5 crores should not be touched for anything at all. It is not meant for your vacations. It is not meant for your house upgradation, car upgradation, anything like that. It is just not meant to be touched, because 2% dividend yield you are assuming, and you are getting 15 lakhs, you are paying 5 lakhs as tax, 10 lakhs is your requirement. When I say this, I mean that the dividends will keep pace with inflation. So if inflation in India is 4%, then you can be sure that their dividends will grow by at least 4%. That is what good companies do. They adjust it at least for inflation. Actually, they do better than inflation. So you don't have to worry. However, if you touch the principle, if you shuffle something, or if you even if you shuffle, it may not be so harmful. But if you remove something from there to pay for your children's education or for buying a bigger car or taking a foreign vacation, then the dividend yield portfolio could be hurt. Second, as a value investor, we believe in margin of safety. So as the value of the portfolio increases, you will not sell because the dividend yield may be falling. So if the dividend, so your target is two-fold. It is one, having 5 crores of equity portfolio and a 5 crore equity portfolio which gives you a 2% dividend yield. Now suppose, sorry, 7.5 crores. Now if that 7.5 crores becomes 9 crores in terms of value, and you say, oh, I got 1.5 crores surplus, just hold the horses. Go and check the dividend yield. The dividend yield may have fallen. It may be 1.85 or 1.80 because the value of the investments have gone up. It does not allow you to sell because you have to ensure that you get your 15 lakhs dividend, and if you pay 5 lakhs as taxes, and you're left with 10 lakhs. This is how you go about doing it. But for this, you have to first of all estimate your expenses very accurately. You need to build a margin of safety there also, in the sense that if things go wrong, what will happen, what if your expenses increase, how sure are you that it will remain at 10 lakhs. I have noticed that mostly people err inside of caution. So somebody who's got an annual expenses of 8.5 lakhs or 9 lakhs will say approximately 10 lakhs. They will never approximate to a lesser amount because you know you have to build in some margin of safety, and some error could be there in your estimate, or something could go up, medical expenses could go up, any of those things could happen. So 2-3 skills which are needed here. One, the ability to build the portfolio. Maybe you have it in your 50s and maybe even in your 60s, but in your 70s, the ability to keep track of that portfolio and manage that portfolio may be in question. I am not convinced that I will have the ability to manage my portfolio beyond my age of 70. It is a mental cutoff that I am having based on whatever past data I have seen with people, right? So things could go wrong. Your ability to, your bias, right? So you could be very biased. Suppose you are a Congress supporter and you say, oh my God, this Modi government has to go. That kind of bias will also not let you build your portfolio, because as you get older, you get more and more stubborn, right? So I know, because that's how I think I will be. So based on all that, you build some margin of safety. So you arrive at and say, okay, 7.5 crores is the portfolio that I want. Let me make it 8.5 crores. And then as your age increases, you go and put money in an index fund and start doing a systematic withdrawal. Of course, we still will have to stick to the bucket theory of keeping liquid in bucket 1, hybrid in bucket 2, and equity in bucket 3. You will have to do all that, but largely building a portfolio, don't please err on the side of caution. Have your margin of safety both in your expenses and the dividend yield that you will get. As the market gets higher and higher, in the sense, if the market is bullish, the value of your portfolio will go up. In such a case, don't sell. Go and keep rechecking the dividend amount that you are receiving. As long as you are receiving 15 lakhs, you cannot sell your portfolio. Also, your portfolio will keep increasing in value because of inflation. So as a percentage, your 2% may have gone to 1.9, 1.8, but in absolute terms, you actually need more money. So don't look only at dividend yield after some time. After some time, see how much cash you require and how much cash you're getting, and what is the rate of tax that is being hit on your portfolio. I just said 30%. You might have now come down to 20% slab, right? All that is possible. So keep checking all these numbers. Keep checking how much is your annual expense. Keep checking how much is the dividend that you are receiving. Keep checking what percentage of dividend yield you are getting, and therefore how much is the portfolio worth. The portfolio worth increasing and at the same time dividend yield falling, which is bound to happen, is not a great time to be selling anything from your from your portfolio. However, if the dividend yield falls and the portfolio doesn't appreciate, you may have to bring in assets from somewhere else and increase the amount of money that you have in equities. Thank you.